and welcome to the third video in the series relating to barcodes. I'm Wayne Johnson of FIDA Solutions. In this series we're going to talk about barcode verification versus validation, what it actually is and why people get it confused through discussions and what it actually can achieve. So what is verification? Well, verification, true verification of a barcode, is an ANSI grading. ANSI is American National Standards Institute grading. And all that is, it's a letter or now a number that's given to how well that barcode can be read. And what it goes through is a series of points, and we'll highlight examples later, of how good the bars have been printed, how well the spaces have been printed, the contrast, the magnification, etc., etc. And what it does at the end, it will then give you a reading of 0 to 4, or the old grading A to E, of how well that barcode can actually be read. Now, most retailers will have a specification of the standard that must be achieved to actually allow it to be, the product to be sent into their depots or their stores. And that will be on the product specification sheet. Usually they allow an A to C grade, target A to B, so a very high standard of barcode read. Because if the barcode can't actually be read as it goes through the system, then that causes more issues later on, repalletizing, relabeling, etc., etc. The ANSI standard means that when the system actually takes or scans the barcode, it has to be at a set distance, it has to be at set lighting intensity to actually give a true ANSI grading, which will then is what GS1 standard will then actually cover as well. To usually do that, you would actually have a system, and I've listed a number of systems on screen that will actually do this, but it's usually offline systems. Now, there are online systems in place, things like scanners. There are a number of scanners which will actually read the barcode and then will give you a grade from that. There are inline systems which will then tell you the quality and stop if the quality degrades or it's seen something different. Unfortunately, those systems are not a true ANSI grading because they're not set at a true light intensity. They're good to actually pick up faults very quickly, and like I said, there's a number of systems in place, but they're not a true ANSI grading. So if a retailer or your customer wants a true ANSI grading, you either take it offline to actually carry out the check, or the only one I have personally seen which can actually truly do it in line is the Logopack Vericoder, which does actually do a verification which is associated and confirmed with GS1 and is a true ANSI grading. There may be other systems on the market. That's just my personal one that I have physically seen in operation, which gives a true ANSI grading, and that's the difference. So that's verification. Really, it's a quality check just to make sure that the barcodes that you are sending out are to a set standard, so that they can then go through the rest of the retailers or supplier base systems. Validation is completely different. Validation is to check the number you are producing, the barcode number you have physically got on the pack, is correct to what you expect that to be. So the validation part comes from you have a set system, a set database, where you have the barcode for that particular product. What you then do by lots of different means, by scanning, inline scanning, offline scanning, etc., you scan the barcode which is physically on the product. That then checks that the barcode that is on the product you are physically producing matches the barcode that is in the database and says, yes, that is correct, that's a match to what I am expecting. So validation is a very good way of making sure that you are running the correct packaging for the correct product and the correct case label down the line to then go out to the retailers. Exceptionally critical to actually stop product withdrawals for wrong packaging, which is one of the largest issues for product withdrawals on the market, especially allergen information, date code information, times, wrong packaging, gluten-free, meat-free, etc., etc. There are a number of systems on the market, and what they do is they will scan the barcode, and that is predominantly a 2D code, because 2D codes give you version control as well as making sure it's the right packaging to the right product. The reason why it gives version control is you're in control of those 2D codes and the number that is associated with it. So when you actually generate that barcode with your supplier base, your printers, you will give that number. That could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever that may be. But what it does is it actually states 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is that unique product associated with that unique product number. So a promo product and its packaging will actually be different from a standard product, even though the product itself inside it is the same. The reason being is that you're selling that at a different price point. It may be a slightly different version, etc. on promo, number of packs per case, etc. going out to the retailer. So it is in its sense a different product. So 2D codes allow that version control. You can do the same thing with the code 39 as well and printing on the pack. The advantage with the 2D code, it's a lot smaller, it's more robust, and you can put more information into the 2D code if you wish. The readers will then read that 2D code, check it against the database for that product, and all they will do is validate to say, yes, that is correct to what I'm expecting on that product. Bear in mind of the different types of barcodes, and a QR code is different to a 2D code. Therefore, if your system is set up to look for a 2D code, yet you've printed or your printers have printed a QR code instead, then the system will initially say it's the wrong type of barcode and then stop because it can't actually read that type of barcode. If it doesn't stop, then have a look at your system, because the system should actually say, I cannot read. It may class it as a no read, and then the number of no reads will actually stop the line. And it's because the barcode that it's trying to read is different. Some systems can actually cope and be changed to actually read for QR codes. Other systems on the market can't. So be careful about that one. Also, within the barcode itself, be careful that there's no hidden characters, especially on 2D codes. So when a 2D code is generated, it needs to be an ECC 200 type barcode with all characters actually visible. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is usually, a number, or any number that you could put within the system. I have seen it, however, that hidden characters, especially ASCII text within it, can be generated through some printer's software. And what that ASCII text does, it may put a carriage return within the system. And if you're going through a warehouse, that's actually quite good. So you scan the barcode, it will then automatically carriage return so that you can then scan the next, scan the next, scan the next. The problem is that carriage return is actually character within the system. Therefore, if the barcode reader has actually seen that hidden character, because the scanner itself is intelligent enough to actually read all of those characters, then what it'll actually do is it'll flag to say it's incorrect, it doesn't match what I'm expecting to see because you haven't physically put a carriage return against the number within your database, and it will stop the line. The problem comes is when you have a look at that barcode initially, or if you scan it with a basic phone app, that phone app probably isn't intelligent enough to actually read the barcode either, and some hand scanners aren't intelligent enough to actually read that barcode either. And what then happens is you will look at it, you will see the numbers, have a check to match the numbers are correct, you'll think they're correct, and therefore you believe that your scanning system is now not working correctly. Have it checked, because if there are hidden characters in there, the scanner is reading that, but the systems that you probably have can't read that, and therefore you get a mismatch. Your printers will believe, no, we haven't added any carriage returns, we haven't had any hidden characters within there. The best system that I have seen on the market, and it is free, is the Cognex barcode scanning app. And I've put links and details on this video. Now, the reason why I say Cognex, there are other systems available. I physically used that one. The advantage is that their app, when you actually scan, is exactly the same as their readers that you may have installed on your lines. And what it means is, if there are hidden characters, their app will actually pick that up as well. So it's a good way of actually checking your artwork during the design stage, or certainly first prints, before you actually send them down the line and get into a potential issue. So that's the real difference between verification and validation. So to summarize, verification is an ANSI grading of the quality of the barcode that you're actually printing, and that's what it's checking. It will read and it will show the number, but it will give you the quality of how good that barcode is actually printed. Validation is you are checking that barcode against a system to make sure that what you're actually producing and the barcode you're printing is actually correct barcode for what you're expecting to actually be printing for that product. So they are two different things. Okay, thank you for joining us, and the next video that we will go into is barcode scanning and more information on the different types of scanning, both hand scanning and line. Look forward to seeing you then. Goodbye.